SGS hydraulic shop press, 12 ton capacity. Comes with a built-in fluid filled gauge and hand operated hydraulic pump. The bed, if you want to call it a bed I suppose, is a 2-section U channel held on pins. I'll just get a shot of the pins. There's one and there's one the other side. Push that in a little more, and there's various slots to alter the height of the bed to what you're doing. It comes complete with 2 V blocks, nice and substantial, and there's only this particular block end, around about 50mm diameter, adapter for the RAM. So I kind of have to amend a few things to make it work for me. So it would be nice if they had more bits to make it adaptable, especially for here, different diameters, etc. But I'm sure I'll get a few of those turned down on the lathe in due course. So in order to make it work for what I want, I use these substantial chunks of oak gatepost, a couple of pieces of channel, and it's mainly for pressing wheel bearings out of cars, to be fair. Is for my own purpose, but you know, yeah. So I'll get this set up. I've got a wheel bearing to press out off a Volvo V50, and we'll see where we go. We'll come back soon. Now these things are not the easiest bearings to remove because they come complete with the hub assembly, and this thing is that rusty and rotten. I can't get the screws out for the back plate, which is virtually falling apart. So this is the inside of the bearing, which we need to press out. So we need to support it in order to put the ram here and press the bearing through towards the front. So we'll get it set up and then we'll be back. So our setup, we've got the V plate this side, V plate that side, to pack the thing to stop any excessive movement. We've got the hub bearing on the 2 steel plates on the oak blocks. Adapt and make do, I'm afraid that's the word. So in order to operate, it's just simply tighten the release position, the press, and we might need to set up some, in fact we will need to set up some spacers in here or raise the bed in order to close that gap, because there's not enough range on this. Not sure what it is. It's around 6 to 8 inches extended. So this has all got to come up for that ram to come down sufficient to press that through. So a little bit more setting up to do yet, but this is the basic alignment that I use for this purpose. Okay. Showed its limitations a little bit because our previous setup tried to raise the pin just coming up one hole, and that was too much. So we got either too big a gap or raise it and too small a gap. So I've had to change the wooden blocks, alter the setup. Still got them packed out, V block this side, and a significant chunk of that side to stop any sideways spread. Got quite a large socket on top of the bearing itself, and we're adjusted down, ready to go. So we'll see what it takes. Okay, take two. I'll alter it again because we didn't have enough clearance down here, and we still haven't, to be fair. So we'll start the thing moving just using the press, and then we'll have to raise the work up higher again in order to complete the removal. So let's go see where we end up. Just a note on putting sockets and things in here is there is a potential for them to fly, so you need to be very careful. You don't want to end up wearing a 1 1/4" socket or something similar. It'd be much better with proper adapters, but hey. Okay, starting to get some build up of pressure now. Focus. We're up to 4.5 metric ton. Now to 6. There she goes. So we've still got a little bit of clearance, just lower down. So we'll continue the press. You see, once it cracks, the pressure decreases significantly. The amount of effort to keep the bearing moving once it broke its seal. So we're pretty much down at that. So I don't know if you can see, the camera can see inside. We are around about 20 mil in. So we'll do a reset and then go again. Okay, we're now set to go a bit further. Now going through, taking very little effort to do it, as you can see, and then it's finally broke clear. It's all a very noisy kind of cracky experience, makes you jump every time, but hey, gets the job done. Nice and efficient. I think the most we got to there was 6 ton, and we have 12 ton capacity, so happy days. So we'll pretty much do the reverse of this to press the new bearing in. And yeah, there we go. So this is the new hub and bearing. These things don't come with a separate independent reluctor ring. It's all built into the bearing assembly. And the pickup, the wheel speed sensor picks up against that brown background ring there, not directly on the face of that, where you would expect a reluctor ring to be. Anyway, we're looking like with something like set up. We'll get the bearing in place, give it a go. So we're up and running now. It's taking something like 2 ton, force just over. There we go, starting to there is a lip inside that comes to rest against. There we go. So we've come to the stop because the pressure is now increasing. So I'm going to force it into any damage. So we're down, we're flush with the top, and we'll get the hub out of the press and just check that we're on the seat on the other side. Happy days.